Hey all, it's Jeff once again, and good morning. It's day 3 of what I call 10,000 Steps with Jeff. And for those that are just now starting to watch, the reason I'm doing this is I wanted to get myself to 10,000 steps walking every day, and working in an office was not doing it. So I decided to get out every morning. It's part of my morning routine. Just get up, take a walk, get myself as close to the 10,000 steps as I could. And while I was doing that, I wanted to share a little bit about business, maybe some books that I was writing or reading at the time, and just get a conversation started about businesses. Also this weekend, I started reading a book called Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk. And that was really a huge shift for me, because I'm really trying to work on building a personal brand. In that book, there's a couple of there's a couple of things that he says in there, and one of which is, when it comes to social media, when it comes to your personal brand, there are 8 pieces of that, or 8 key concepts that you have to have within your social media to make it work. Yesterday's theme for the day was intent, and really laying out what your intent is for doing this. For me, my intent is my intent is, one, I wanted to have accountability to you guys that I am getting up and doing what I'm saying, starting my day off right with a quick walk, having a routine. But number 2, and the second piece of this, is authenticity. I think that's so important today with social media, with just any way that you present your brand. It's being authentic. This doesn't have to be a fancy production every day. I don't want it to be, because it is just me getting up and talking about business, talking about the challenges that I face. Hopefully other business owners are watching this and they're doing the same thing. They're spending a little bit of time thinking about their business. I would love for you guys to get involved in this conversation and talk about, ways like today, authenticity, the theme. How are you being authentic in your business every day? I think people are somewhat jaded today. There's so many people that are out there that are trying to make money off of people on the web, trying to make money off of people on social media, and I just think they're doing it wrong. You really have to be genuine with people and let them know that, hey, I really do care. I think, in my world, in the last 2 years of running T-Works, I have seen probably 15 to 20 of my friends go out of business. And these are small business owners, 1 and 2 person businesses, and they've just business because it got hard. They didn't think through what they were doing. They made mistakes, and as a result, ended up going out of business. And a lot of these folks are either working for somebody else or have left small business completely and are now working for big companies and everything. And I don't want that to happen anymore. I know small businesses are going to go out of business all the time. It's challenging, when you're starting out. If you make any one mistake, it can cost you your business. But what I hope you can learn, and hope you guys can learn from following this, is I think we've been reasonably successful with T-Works. We've been very successful with BK Wealth. And I hope that I can share some of those ideas of what helped us to be successful. One of which is, I think from a brand standpoint, especially with T-Works, we made sure that we are constantly posting. And I mean, this is certainly my friend Michelle Johnson has done an exceptional job of managing our flow of information. And that helped us, and it kept us buoyed up when it was really tough. And it's still tough every day, because we're always out there competing against the other competitors. We're competing against coffee shops. And what people don't realize, and I think this is the message we need to get across to people, is, going to work in a coffee shop or a Panera Bread, it's cheap, but are you getting work done? Are you as productive as you could be? And two, are you around other people that are business owners? Or are you just around other people who are looking for a cheap place to work every day? I think that's what you get. You've got to plug into an environment of entrepreneurs, and I hope that's what we provide through T-Works. What I do know is we're going to be providing more and more of that coming forward. So keep your eye out. I'll be talking about that over the next week or so, of how we're going to really help people get involved in business. I want to help bring together business owners in different ways. It may not be that you're working with us for an entire day, every day, but it may be that we can provide you with access to the community to work with other business owners and learn alongside of other business owners. One of the things I've also been doing this week is starting to experiment with other social media. Traditionally not done a lot on Twitter. I've never really done anything on Instagram. Mostly it's been Facebook and YouTube. I'm starting to experiment with using those other mediums, but to really have a similar message across the board. So that's why I'm doing these themes of the day. One, because I find I learn better from things like books and online courses if I have to then teach it back to other people. So I hope these will get you excited about reading Crushing It. I think it is a phenomenal book. I've become a Gary Vee fanatic, and I love listening to his online. I mean, he is everywhere online. He's lived what he talks about in Crush It and Crushing It. And I think he's just a great person to follow, because he is, of all people, very authentic and very genuine with what he does. He's very raw, but that's okay. That works for him, and that's his style, and it works very well for him. Well, I hope this gives you a little bit of excitement, a little bit of interest in focusing today. So your goal for today, or your job that I want you to do, is think about what you're doing today when you're communicating with your clients,